I'm starting this video on round 5 because I swear to you, I've been trying to find matches for the last 2 hours on Black Ops 2. I've gotten into 4 matches and every single one of them has ended before round 3. So if you've seen the community post, I'm trying to get max rank on Black Ops 2 with no kills. I'm trying to be the second person to do this because the Relaxing End famously did it almost a decade ago. So I figured, you know what, I'm kind of the no kills guy at this point, so why don't I do it? And right now I'm doing it on the Steam version of Black Ops 2, not Plutonium, because that one actually has a really big issue with the ranks, and this happened in a different video that I did about a year ago, but the ranks on Plutonium just don't really work correctly. I do have an Xbox 360 with Black Ops 2, but for some reason that one just won't connect to the internet. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's broken, and I've seen that it's something to do with downloading some sort of update for the Xbox. I don't really know, but it just doesn't connect to the internet anymore. That means I'm stuck playing the Steam version, which is by far the least played version of Black Ops 2. At least on Xbox and PS3, you can find lobbies. Plutonium, you can definitely find lobbies. There's always people in the servers. But on Steam, there is maximum of like 100 people playing at any given time. I swear to God, there is no lobbies on Die Rise. There's maybe one on Buried. I've gotten into like 2 games of Buried. You can't find an Origins match, you can't find a Nuketown match, and you definitely fucking can't find a Bus Depot match. I would say about 95% of the games that I've played doing this challenge so far have been on either Transit, which I think I got 1 game of, and like I said, I got 2 games of Buried, but the wide majority of it has been on Town. Oh, and of course, and that's absolutely amazing. Cool, I'm on 400 ping. Apparently I was the only one that lagged there. Cool, that's just the game, or the host. The other problem is that once I actually do get into matches, like I said, 90% of the time I'll get into it, and there will usually be 3 to 4 people. Lobbies won't be completely empty. It usually isn't just me and one other person, but when we actually get into the game, it's either usually someone's lagging and the host leaves and it disbands the lobby, or the players are just straight up bad. I'm not kidding you. I've had multiple games where I've had over 40 or 50 revives by the time we've gotten to round 15. You guys are going to see that in the full video when this is actually complete, but there was someone on Town a couple of days ago when I was playing who went over and sat in this corner, crouched down with a war machine unupgraded on round 19 and was hoping to kill zombies. I'm like, my brother in Christ, what are we doing? It is 2024. And when a match does finally get going past like round 10 or 15, things usually look pretty good. Yeah, I'll have maybe 10 to 15 revives at minimum, but most of the time it's one person who knows what they're doing, trying to carry the other 2 guys, and then reviving all of them kind of in a rotation. It's never really a comfortable feeling where I can sit and go, hey man, I can rely on all these people to just carry me through to round 20 or round 25, because that would be really nice, you know? And I don't think I've explained this so far, but I probably really should. Getting to max rank on Black Ops 2 is entirely skill-based. I believe it was revealed recently that the actual way to get max shotguns rank is that every single round that you play gives you a certain amount of points towards your rank, like round 1 will give you 5 and then round 2 will give you 10, but then as you go further along in the game and you get to higher rounds, it starts to go up exponentially how many points you get, and then for every down or game over, I forget exactly what it is, but basically the worse that you play, the more points that it subtracts, and the higher rounds that you get, the more points that you get. Which means that having all these games ending so early really sucks. I wish I could play solo, because you actually can. You can play Die Rise and Buried solo like this, and I could probably get to round 25, maybe 30 on both of them, and you're probably going to see that in the final video for this challenge, but I'm trying to do that. The only issue is that I need points in the bank and I can't really accumulate them if I can't play Transit and if I can't play Buried, and even doing that, a lot of the time I am struggling on points because the only way that I can actually gather points is by reviving people, boarding up windows, getting nukes or carpenters. There's really not a better way to get points since I can't shoot anything. I don't want to risk accidentally getting a kill and just blowing up the whole challenge like that. So with all my complaining in mind, I don't think I've ever had less fun doing a challenge. Doing all of the Prestige Master no kills, doing the round 100 no kills, right? Those were tedious and they were challenging at times, especially the no kills Master Prestige. That one was really kind of annoying because sure, it was long and I just had to reset a bunch of times, but realistically, it wasn't ever going to piss me off. This one, however, I am completely reliant on random people in public matches to 1, actually be good at the game, and 2, for them not to leave, and 3, for me to finally be able to find lobbies. I'm very surprised that I haven't had to restart this video yet, and that we're actually on round 10. This is probably the second furthest game I've gone today. I've been playing for like 5 hours. What surprised me the most out of absolutely everything though, is that there is still people playing the Steam version of Black Ops 2, and that do seem to be new to zombies. It's not all just people that have been playing for the last decade. A lot of these guys just seem to kind of not know what they're doing for the most part. Sure, like this guy's got Galvanuckles, right? But he's still got his M1911. I don't really know what he's doing. And it feels like for the most part when I am playing these public matches, especially with the guys that go, 40 downs on round 10, it seems like they're new, which is strange. It would make a little bit more sense to me if Black Ops 2 cost 15 bucks, or if we were on the Xbox 360 and you could buy a copy of it from GameStop for like 6 bucks, but on Steam, you have to pay $60 for it. Even going on to those key sites, there isn't actually a discount on any of the versions of Black Ops 2. So that is actually really cool because Black Ops 2 is my favorite game of all time. I'm not even just including Call of Duties. I am saying that Black Ops 2 is my favorite game to ever exist. And even though, like I said, I'm not having fun with this challenge, I'm still having fun playing Black Ops 2. Most of my frustration is from not fucking being able to play Black Ops 2. I want to get into matches. In fact, I wish that there was more people so I could actually play all of the maps. I got into a Mob of the Dead game and I was really happy because there was one other person who was trying to play it, and I think we got to like round 5 and then he left the game. It wasn't really a shocker, to be honest with you, and he wasn't great, but still, I was happy I at least got to play it. And being able to play my favorite game of all time has been kind of a nice little reprieve for me, because if you're not really sure what's going on, you're not in the Discord, you don't kind of keep up with me too often, I get it, believe me, like, it's totally fine. There's so many YouTubers that I watch that I know a little bit about, I watch their content a bit, but I don't keep up on anything outside of the channel. The last 6 or 7 weeks though for me have been like the hardest of my entire life. About 10 days before Christmas, my parents and my brother and sister were expected to come over here, and they did, but my wife Chantel, who, she's been around a long time. She's basically been in the zombies community as long as I have. She used to make content and doesn't really anymore. She's moved on, but she actually just randomly got sick and we weren't sure what was going on. She was like super fatigued. She was having some heart pain. She was having palpitation, all kinds of stuff, right? So she wasn't really feeling good, and pretty much the whole time that my parents were here for Christmas, it was just getting worse and worse. She basically couldn't leave to do anything. Even on Christmas, it was pretty much just she had to sit there and not really do much because she just wasn't feeling good at all. We went to the hospital, they did some tests. They thought it was her stomach initially, and then we went back again and they think that's her heart, so they started running some tests, and it's all kind of a mess. So that all kind of goes along. We get into January, and then it's just getting worse. Genuinely, we can't figure out what the fuck's going on. This is still happening, by the way. We've been to the hospital like 8 times, and then the paramedics literally came last night because she genuinely felt like she was going to die. We've been prescribed every medication under the fucking sun. There has been every test done that they can do at hospitals, and because it's the NHS, so it's basically, what is the good way to say this? Social health care. Pretty much everyone gets it, and it doesn't cost you anything. The problem with that, though, is that it's not really all that quick. When you need something specialized, like let's say a cardiologist, which is for your heart. No, don't down me, don't down me. Not sure where I left off, I need to go grab Amazon, but when you need a certain type of doctor like a cardiologist, they give you a referral, and it takes minimum, for us at least right now, it's taking a minimum of 18 weeks to get seen. Not just for trying to figure out what's going on and getting all the tests done, that's just for your first appointment. There is options to go private if you really do want to pay a American-sized amount of money for your healthcare, and obviously we're not going to do that, we really can't, but still, so we're trying to really figure out what's going on, and it's just not getting any better. There's just more questions and answers. We've been in the hospital, like I said, 8 times in the last 6 weeks or whatever, and it's probably not going to be the last time. There's probably going to be another one after this video, at least. To put the cherry on top of all of that, she's now got COVID. She's literally sitting in the other room right now, basically dying of COVID. She hasn't been able to get out of bed all day. It has just been one thing after another for the last 6 weeks. That's why I haven't put out any videos, really, and that's why the last video was sponsored. That thing was supposed to go out like weeks ago, but yeah, just I'm sorry about the lack of videos. It's been really rough, so it's been fun to be able to play some Black Ops 2, even if the challenge has been really fucking annoying. The one thing that's been really heartwarming though is that because I haven't been able to work in either Chantel obviously, bills still have to be paid, and over in Discord and over on the community page for this channel, I put out a little thing that said, hey, you know what, we need some help, and if you guys could support it, it would be really appreciated, and you guys were absolutely overwhelming with that. I genuinely thought it was going to be a case where I put it out and people just told me, you know what, get a thumb up your ass, we don't fucking care. But you guys were absolutely lovely, thank you so much. We do still need as much support as you guys can possibly give us, though I'm going to give a big explanation down in the comments. If you guys want to go and look for that, there is going to be ways to help and support us because it's been really rough. Zombies have been kind of dead even without all of that. And pretty much I'm the only person that can provide any sort of money for both of us right now. It's just been really rough. I hate talking about this stuff, but you know what? It is my channel. I barely talk about myself here, and it's something that I've always been nervous about doing. I just genuinely don't think you guys care all that much, so it's a big step for me to be able to talk about it. And you know what? If you guys don't want me to do it, literally just say it. I'm not going to be offended in the comments. I will stick to my usual challenges, and they will be back again in the next video. Anyway, enough about me. One thing that's kind of flown under the radar with this game is that these guys are some actual gamers. Seriously, I'm surprised that this game hasn't ended yet. The farthest that I've gotten, I believe, is round 19. I played a couple of games with people from the Discord, and we played Buried, and I think one game of Town where we got higher than this, but with purely people from public matches, I don't think I've gotten past round 19 probably. Which means, of course, the one game that I do decide to record, the people are actually good, even though I've been complaining the entire time about how people are terrible and the games are ending too early and blah blah blah. Of course that's when it happens. Right, and there's also something that I did forget to mention as well. On the next video, not on this one, but it would be really appreciated on this one, if the next video gets something like, let's say, 3,000 likes, then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do another Prestige with no kills, but this time on Black Ops 4. I kind of want to do it on every game that I possibly can, at least something, right? I want to do it on Black Ops 4, I want to do something on Cold War. I'm not really sure if it's super possible on Cold War, but I definitely could try. MW3 might not be possible as well, but I do still want to try out as many things as I possibly can, at least doing one Prestige or getting to the max rank or whatever it may be with no kills. Just to say that I did it because we've done it so much on Black Ops 3 that we did the round 100 no kills like I said earlier, and we're about halfway through the max Prestige. So I want to kind of do it on every game. Originally for my plan actually was for this is I wanted to do it on Steam and then do it on Xbox as well, but like I said, my Xbox just isn't connecting to the internet anymore, and this is already proving to be such a challenge because yeah, there's maybe like 3 lobbies on all of the maps combined at any given time, and that's if I could even connect to them. See, right, this is now when I get COVID. Remember what I mentioned earlier about how points are always going to be a struggle during this challenge? Remember, we're on round 17. The only 2 things that I bought the entire game are Juggernog and Quick Revive, and I've still only got 1,800 points. So what, I've gotten, let's say, 4,000, about 7,000 or 6,000 points the entire match. If I ever do actually take it down, it is a serious uphill battle to not continuously go down over and over and over again, and it is also a big struggle to then not take that first down. You are always worried about it, especially in the games where I do have to get a lot of revives. I do need to put myself in positions where, hey, I could probably die here, but otherwise, if I don't, and I'm the only one left, then the game is just over. We have to soft lock. I can't kill anything. No, Ronaldo 7. Yeah, see, this actually happens a lot. One of my games, actually 2 of them, both oh, well, yeah, there you go. See, if this guy dies out and he tombstones, we are absolutely screwed. This has happened to me multiple times where everyone in the lobby will tombstone, then the other person besides me will die, and then we just go, alright, well, we're fucked. And to be clear, I don't really blame the people in the lobby for that. They're not really supposed to play around me. I don't expect them to cater to my random dumbass arbitrary challenge that's going on for my YouTube video. But at the same time, maybe wait a second and look at the leaderboard to see if the guy that's got no kills is actually going to kill something before you tombstone. So this is also super weird for me as well, because one thing I never ever do is play public matches. I've probably played a total of like 2 or 3 just randomly over the last like 5 years. Pretty much everything I do, I play solo zombies. for all the challenges that I do. If I ever need to have someone to play with, it's always from the Discord or it's always a friend or something like that. And even at that, it's super rare. I pretty much design my channel and my challenges around being able to do them solo. This has put me so far out of my comfort zone for zombies that it's not even funny. Pretty much up until I would say like 2015 or 2016, all I did was play public matches. I didn't even really ever play solo. Very rarely, but it would usually at least be a 2-player co-op match, and you know, like pretty much every person in the world, you'd go into games, you'd sit in a glitch, you and your friend would get to round 40, everyone would run out of ammo, you try to leave the glitch spot, and then everybody dies, you know, the usual stuff, right? But I pretty much only played public match, and then it completely flipped, and now it's so alien to me. I don't even... Yeah, it's weird. Plus the obvious challenge of having to not shoot any zombies. There is so many times where I've sat and thought to myself, I really want to shoot at the zombie. I really want a knife right now. I really just want to throw a grenade for the lulz of it. Why not? Just throw a grenade. There's so many random things you do in zombies that cause damage, especially on insta-kill. Oh, it is horrible on insta-kill. I'm like a fucking crackhead on insta-kill. Seriously, like, it is terrible. And that's the other thing too. I haven't unbound my shoot button. Like, I can still shoot, but I'm choosing not to. I'm actually playing with both of my fingers off the controller. Also, I want to say sorry if I haven't thrown in as many jokes in this video as I normally do. So here's one for you. This challenge is so bad that I would rather have Harambe get resurrected. He put me in a little princess outfit and then fuck my ass like the little twink I am. There you go, there's your random joke of the day. I tried to fit that in earlier, but Harambe didn't fit inside me either, so you know what, it kind of evens out all things considered. Really gotta respect the hustle. My dude out here on round 19 is still boarding up windows. That is some premium quality public match shit right there. Okay, right, I do have a really dumb smile on my face. There is just some things that I do kind of miss about zombies now that I'm actually playing public matches again, where you do just see the dumbest stuff. Like one guy earlier, and I'd probably have the footage of it, I'm not going to put it on screen right now, it'll be in the full video, but there was this one guy who every single time he wanted to do anything, he would throw a monkey bomb. He didn't care if it was round 4, he didn't care if it was round 5, he was throwing monkey bombs every single time, and not just one, he'd throw one, wait for it to go off, throw another one, move a little bit, and then just repeat over and over again. He didn't care, which was so funny, and it reminded me of the old days of playing zombies with people from like my high school. That was the sort of stuff that they do. I used to have an old friend, right, who I went to high school with. He didn't really play zombies all that much, but when he did, he was okay at it at best. This is definitely the type of shit that he would have been doing, because there's so many people that are okay at video games, but they play zombies tactically. They're not thinking about it in the same way that we are, where, hey, everyone's got a train. We know that we're completely safe if we go right in between this half-second window. They're playing this like it's a survival game like it was in World of War and Black Ops 1, and I do kind of respect that actually, and it's just so funny to think that they're so far back in 2011, 2012 style knowledge and ways of playing this game, but we're 10 years past that, 12 years past that now. That's not to look down on them either. Like, there's genuinely, okay, that was a nice down right there. That's not to look down on them for that either. That is a genuinely valid way of playing zombies. It is a horde survival game, but it is just so interesting because I really only see myself and then other high-level players playing the game at this point. It's a nice reminder that not everybody plays zombies as much as some of us do. There's someone I follow on Twitter who is the definition of chronically online, playing like 5-hour public matches every single day, twice a day, whatever it is, and then tweeting 200 times. That's the sort of stuff I'm talking about. Not everybody's like that. There is tons of people who play zombies and love zombies that just don't keep up with any of the stuff on Reddit or YouTube or Twitch or whatever and don't care about any of that stuff. This is probably the most boomer rant that I've had in a really long time, but let me have it, damn it. Black Ops 2 makes me feel things. The fact that we even got to round 20 is just absolutely insane. No one's got the ray gun, I don't think so at least, or no one's got the ray gun Mark II, I definitely know about that. Still kind of crazy though that we're even on round 20. And for those of you that stuck around this long in the video, I really appreciate it. I know it's not my normal type of content. Random Funny Zombies YouTuber isn't being Random Funny Zombies YouTuber today, and it's not the usual scripted commentary shit that I normally do, but I really appreciate you guys watching nonetheless. And for that, if you comment the word lava, I'm going to pin someone that just comments it, just because the town obviously has a lot of lava. But if you do that, I'll pin one of you guys, and pretty much everyone else is going to be really confused why the pinned comment is just something stupid. I know it's not much. I would offer to lick your toes, but to be quite honest with you, I'm kind of leaving that for the OnlyFans right now. And that's what 260 ping will get you. Oh, this is where things are going to start going really south, aren't they? Because this guy is the only other person left. There's a tombstone over there, and there's a tombstone over there. I've got no juggernog, and I've got no way of getting any more points really, so if he goes down and I can't figure out a way to revive him, this game is over. I keep having to check to make sure I didn't accidentally kill something. Jesus Christ. This is what I was talking about earlier. When I get into the down blunder, it is absolutely brutal. Because I have no points, I'm a 2-hit down, and on town on a high round, that is absolutely a death sentence. Especially with this guy killing zombies and there being new spawners all the time, it's going to be rough. And it's not just for this round either, it's every round going forward. It's not even like I can get points from these other guys either, because immediately as soon as I go down, they just tombstone. I could probably get enough points off of them to actually be able to buy Juggernog, but nope, that is just not going to happen. They want to preserve their perks. Alright, look, I know I'm going to say something controversial here, but hear me out. Town is a top 10 map ever made. It is stupid, it is simple, but it is really fun. And I think that more people have played it than almost any map ever created. I would say that the top 3 most played maps ever are going to be something like D Machine, Kino der Toten, and Town. Because a lot of people aren't going to be playing Transit over and over again, but a lot of people are going to jump onto Town because there's no setup. It's a tiny area. All there is some perks and a pack-a-punch machine. That's the sort of thing that the people who really don't play Call of Duty all that much, or who even don't play zombies all that much, really enjoy. That's why maps like Nocturne Toten, maps like Kino are super popular, is because they didn't try to overcomplicate things. They were super simple, and all they needed to do was just not be terrible, and they succeeded at that. Whenever I want to play zombies and I want to completely switch my brain off, I just load up Town. Because you know what? Town it's really good at being a map that, okay, that was just my skill issue there, but Town is a map that is really good at having a low barrier of entry, but a really high skill ceiling. Getting to round 20 isn't necessarily all that difficult. Getting to round 30, okay, is a little bit more difficult, but really not impossible. Once you start to get to round 40, round 50, round 60, 70, that's when it really starts to get super difficult. It ramps up very quickly how much people are going, okay, and there's one guy down, and there's 2 down. And that's the game over. Alright, well, that is the public match experience for Black Ops 2 no kills. This is my stats so far. I'm trying, I really am. It's just super hard. Thank you for watching. I love you so much. Leave a like on the video. Please subscribe. Seriously, the channel needs subs. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.